Is drinking raw milk safe like RFK Jr. suggests? Can you reduce a glucose spike if you eat your food in, quote-unquote, the right order? I'm registered dietitian Abby Sharp. I host a nutrition myth-busting podcast called Bite Back with Abby Sharp, and those are just some of the questions I tackle with qualified experts on my show. There is so much food misinformation and disinformation out there, and it can feel impossible to know what's real and what's BS. On Bite Back, my goal is to help listeners create a pleasurable relationship with food, their body, and themselves, which in my opinion is the fundamental secret to good health. Listen to Bite Back wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
We did get a number because we've been wondering how much do you think the Florida Panthers have spent on their drinking escapades since winning the Stanley Cup. And at least one night of drinking cost the team $500,000 the night after winning the Stanley Cup.
I mean, I have to assume it was top shelf everything. Like, no one was ordering drinks from the gun.
Well, they went to a nightclub in Miami. Actually, that video I showed you of Brad Marchand getting pulled out of the club.
At 5 a.m?
Yeah. That was the night that they spent $500,000 at the bar.
I wonder how much of it is tip. Like, that's the real question. Like, it is expected of you to tip about 20% these days. That's a lot of money when you're buying $500,000 in drinks.
But then again, when the boss is paying for it,
True.
It's kind of like the Christmas party where, you know, things get a little overlooked sometimes.
Take a little something extra for yourself.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I'm actually a little frazzled this morning. I got an email yesterday from the fine folks at Dairy Queen, you know, the ice cream fast food place,
Yeah.
saying that somebody has tried to open an account in my name, which they caught because I obviously, as a fat guy, already have an account in my name.
This email's already been used before.
That's it. Somebody, and I'm thinking it's probably tied to that story from about a week ago of the, what is it, 1.6 billion?
The massive leak of emails and stuff. Yeah,
That's right. Everybody's information is out there. So, of course, you know, people who are less scrupulous are trying to get their hands on it.
I love the idea that someone got your information and the first thing they did was try and make a Dairy Queen account.
Well, that's just it. It's like, there's not even any financial benefit to it, right? Like, I have a Dairy Queen account. I use it if I go to Dairy Queen to collect points to eventually get a free
the first
Blizzard.
time you sign up, you usually get a free Blizzard is what I was going to say. So
somebody tried to steal my email and then was like, all right, where can I get the most bang for my buck with this piece of information? And immediately went to a fast food restaurant. Like they were going to get the via, oh, Mr. Dalby, come right in.
Yeah. I actually got like a hacker thing yesterday too. Where is it? Sorry, I got to stall here and open my. It was on TikTok.
Oh God, I've been getting messages on TikTok.
I got one, if you believe it or not. I got one from the one and only Helen Mirren yesterday.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it says,
me too.
Did you?
For real? Yeah. Did she start it? Hello, darling.
Hey, darling. This might sound a little wild, but you look exactly like an old friend of mine from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
First of all, has Helen Mirren ever been to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania?
It's almost uncanny. Had to reach out because the resemblance is crazy. Have you ever been there before? Hope you're having an amazing day.
I get a lot of them. They're not necessarily from celebrities, but I know that they're spam or like scam accounts because they all start, hey, handsome. I'm like, get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
We're not starting this nonsense. Although I would say I'd go to Dairy Queen with Helen Mirren.
Oh, hell yeah.
Not to sound promiscuous or anything.
Well, you see this happen all the time. I mean, there was the lady that gave a bunch of money to who she thought was Keanu Reeves. Like, there's those celebrity scams that do happen quite frequently. But
there was a dude that jumped out. It was during Monday Night Raw. He jumped over the rail and attacked a wrestler because he thought that wrestler had scammed him in an email.
He'd been sending her money.
He thought he was sending Seth Rollins a bunch of money, and then he jumped him in the aisle to try and get it back.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, sir.
I feel like more of these would work better if they were, I don't know, like lower class celebrities or celebrities that are struggling right now. Like, if I got an email from the kid that used to play like beans on Even Stevens, I might believe it if it was like, hey, I'm stuck in Peru. I need $10,000.
I blew all my money on an 8-ball and I'm stranded now.
Like if like Richard Karn from like Home Improvement like messaged you out of the blue, you'd be like, damn, I haven't heard of this guy in years.
I better check in and make sure that he's okay.
I think there's some celebrities that you might bite it on. Like,
who's the fat curly-haired kid from The Sandlot that you see in like you see him in TikTok every now and again? If that guy hit me up on Facebook, it was like, hey man, this is really embarrassing, but I need money for a bus ticket, I might be like, I want to help him out.
Yeah.
I want to help out the great Hambino.
I believe that Smalls might be struggling right now.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Good friend of the show, Trevor, on the phone. A celebrity has been messaging or interacting with you.
Yeah, Ryan Malcolm. He won Canadian Idol. I think it was the first Canadian Idol.
Oh my God! Yeah, I haven't heard that name in years.
What space do you have in your memory that Ryan Malcolm is just hanging out in there, brother?
I know he went to my high school, and there was a mural of him on one of the walls, and I keep getting him as a friend suggestion on Facebook for his real estate.
He's selling houses now?
Dude,
guess so.
that would actually be like a great scam because it would take people back and be like, is that the friggin' guy that won Canadian Idol? Like,
He might serenade you into buying a house.
Yeah, feels like that would be a pretty easy one to be like, hey, man, the real estate business is tough right now. The market's down. Could really use some help.
You got $50?
you know, real estate is a very interesting career because there's so many guys. I remember when I was looking for a real estate agent, even in this city alone, that you look up their name and then all of a sudden there's like an elite prospects or a hockey DB page for them and you're like, oh, had a little stint in the O or the AHL there, bud?
They played for a little while and then, they thought they might go and then they didn't go. And this is no offense to any of them, but
the drummer from Sum 41, I looked into him. He does real estate in Australia now.
Really?
Yeah, so many people that it's like had a little bit of fame or celebrity at one point. It's like it starts teetering down and it's like, you just become a real estate agent.
I think it's because it's one of those things like real estate agent. A lot of careers require long stints of training, right? Whether it's apprenticeships or you have to go to a college course or whatever. Whereas you can generally become a licensed real estate agent in the span of a couple weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is why you'll see like a lot of guys who had a career or thought their career was going to go a certain way. A lot of ex-wrestlers will just start selling houses because they can take a weekend class at the Y and then you just use your name to try and get people to buy from you.
Real estate agent where dreams go to die.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yesterday, if you remember, we talked about how many times the Chili Peppers say California in their songs. Then we learned about some of their more commonly used lyrics that they use even more than California.
Yeah, because California is like the meme, but it wasn't even in the top 5 of words that are in their songs.
I was curious, so I did some Googling last night, and I just looked up what is the most commonly used word in all of music history.
Okay.
Would you like to take a guess?
Maybe this is just because I know some people that listen to a lot of country music, but is it truck?
It is not truck.
Is it not truck?
It's not truck or blue jeans. By any means.
Damn, that was my next guess. I don't know. Is it like party?
Nope, not party.
Drink?
Nope.
Is it girl?
No, but that isn't like the top 10. They say.
Okay. Is it? I don't know. So those are like the big ones that I can think of that are like genre, like rockers, country, poppers. They all party.
Here's
know?
the top 3 I'll give you.
Okay.
Number 3 is Yeah.
Okay, but that's just Little John.
Number 2 is Baby.
Damn. Okay.
And number 1, the most commonly used word in all of music history is love.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that should have been pretty
It's
obvious.
pretty much just like a universal theme in most songs. There's like an emotional kind of response to it, right?
Does that say something about me that I didn't even think about love?
I don't know. It says a little bit about your childhood, I guess. But
And again, though, it makes sense. It doesn't matter what genre of music it is. There are love songs of every style, from metal to techno to scat jazz, all of it. So.
Yeah. And I mean, even if you just think about songs that have love in the title, there's a million of Love Shack.
Yeah.
I
You
love
give
rock
love
and
a
roll.
bad name.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, is it's not all even like positive love.
Yeah.
There are a ton of songs about like falling out of love or love being a bad thing.
Yeah, 100%. Can't Buy Me Love, She Love You. I mean, the Beatles alone have like 20 different songs about love.
She loves you, yeah.
Yeah, It's Only Love, All You Need Is Love.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so funny that love is what killed the Beatles, and they used to sing about it all the time.
Was it a lack of ideas, or were they just desperate for some action back then?
Well, hear me out on this. The Beatles sucked at making music, so it makes sense that they would have 20 songs about the same thing.
I don't love
The
that.
Brock and Dobby Podcast.
Short people got no reason.
You know, we had a lot of fun on the show yesterday with Ask a Bald Guy. And I thought today maybe it could be your turn.
Playing this song is out of pocket, I'm not going to lie.
In a new segment that I'm calling Ask a Short Fella. All I'm saying is you turned the first hour of the program yesterday into a conversation about my baldness.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's only fair that today we open the door.
Oh, that was educational. This just feels mean.
Well, no, this could be educational as well. You literally have a different perspective on the world from those of us who are in the taller half of the population.
I guess, sure.
So I thought let's go to the phone lines, and there's some people that are lined up that would like to ask you some questions about what it's like to live like you do.
I just wanted what it was like to ask a grown man at a grocery store to get something off the top shelf for you.
That has never happened before.
No?
No. I'm going to be honest with you. If I can't reach anything, I can't have it.
You don't get it?
I won't even try. Do you know how emasculating that is to go to another man and be like, hey, you want to grab that down for me? Like,
Oh, what if it was a Mountain Dew and Doritos combo?
if I can't get it on my tippy toes, I'm leaving.
You can get one of those little grabber thingies from Dollarama.
Would you try and scale the shelves? Like, would you step up on the bottom shelf to try and get a little higher?
I have done that before.
Oh, awesome, Steve. Thank you for the question for our short fella today.
No problem. Always there for the vertically challenged.
Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Just to be clear, as a tall person, you can ask. We don't mind grabbing stuff. I have to grab stuff for Nona's all the time at the grocery store. I'd be happy to help you if we were there at the same time.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Someone else texted in. Actually, I am curious about this because when you get called short a lot, it leads to wishing you were taller, right? There's that whole Skilo song, I wish I was a little bit taller. Someone asked if you've ever thought about getting the surgery where they like put the rods in your shins to lengthen you, make you taller.
No, not once. Because I've seen that before, and you only get like 2 to 3 inches.
That's the thing. It's wild. They'll like fully shatter your tibia to put a rod in, and then they just extend it every couple of days.
Save like 15 grand, just go buy a pair of Doc Martens and make myself a little bit taller, dude.
Have you ever worn platform shoes?
I get so much taller. The worst is when Courtney wears high heels and we're the same height, and I'm like, damn,
That's
dude.
tough, man.
It is.
That's a tough one. I'm
When we're
sorry.
eye to eye and she can almost kiss my forehead. Y'all don't understand how much that sucks. When your girl is like sitting at eye level with you, and you're like,
And she leans down and gives you a little smooch on the forehead. I feel like that would be sweet. That'd be romantic.
sure.
I would feel very safe in that moment.
The Brock and Dobby Podcast.
The Brock and Dobby Podcast.
With those little T-Rex arms, are you able to, in the bathroom, like reach around and wipe properly, or do you just walk around the dirty butthole all day?
It's my legs that are short, not my arms. Normal sized arms here, guys.
Okay, because I just pictured little T-Rex arms on you.
I'll defend you on this one. You do seem to have very average-looking arms.
Oh, okay, well, my mistake then.
I can reach just perfectly fine. It's stuff at heights I have problems with.
That's right. Like if you put the toilet paper on a shelf, then there might be a problem.
Oh, okay, yeah, that could be.
Sorry, what? Do your guys' hands just fall in the urinal when you take a leak? Is that what happens? Like...
Well, I do notice that sometimes when you go into bathrooms, there's smaller urinals. I guess that's for you guys.
Now we're just being rude, guys.
No, we're being inclusive.
All right, have a good day, guys.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, have a good day.
Now, don't be like that.
Yesterday was educational. This is just rude.
I feel like we're learning about stuff today. We're learning all kinds of things. And listen, not everybody is going after you. Someone here texted in, said, does it feel weird when a tall person asks you to get something off of a bottom shelf? So, like, you know, it goes both ways. We need people of all heights to make the world go round. It's not just you climbing up and trying to get to the flower.
I guess.
We do have another call here from Jesse. Jesse, do you got a question for a short fella?
Oh, I was just wondering, because he says he's average height. Does he ever actually get teased for being short? Or is it just something that comes up when people talk about the fact that he's not tall?
I feel like, yeah, it's just it's only taller people that like to let you know that you're short.
So I've had that happen to me somewhat recently. I'm also an average height man, and I had a coworker who was like 6'4", and he went to tease me about it the one day, and I just hit him back with, how does it feel knowing that the world's not designed for you? Because like everything for us, it's perfect. We don't have to bend over to get into stuff, or like we don't have to worry about door frames. The world's just made around us.
Good point.
I mean, damn, yeah, that's kind of true.
And I also feel like, I just feel like you tallies, I don't know what's going on up there that you guys feel like you need to slight us all the time. Like it makes you feel better.
Buddy, the phrase is literally an air of superiority. That's what it is up here.
Yeah. But yeah, he came back to me a few shifts later and was like, I can't stop thinking about that. You're right. And it made me feel better.
Yeah, I don't know what you tall people have against us, or you just feel like you need to belittle us literally on a regular basis.
We didn't belittle you. God belittled you. That's the difference here, all right?
Once again, when we talked about bald people yesterday,
yeah,
very educational, very informative.
Yeah, I feel like today was too. I think I learned a lot.
I feel like I have an HR complaint on my hands.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's Red Hot Chili Peppers week here on the station, and of course today is Wednesday, which means it's time to censor out some Chili Peppers songs, which honestly, it really isn't that hard.
Imagine having to censor out a bunch of guys that used to run out on stage wearing nothing but tube socks.
My first example. From the Beavis and Butthead soundtrack.
One of the greatest soundtracks of all time, by the way. Absolutely underrated album.
Everybody knows Scar Tissue, right? But do you know this version? Changes the sentiment a little bit.
Oh, God. What are the scars from?
Soul to Squeeze changes up the message a little bit, too.
I got a bad disease.
Oh, God.
Off from my is where I bleed.
Get that checked out.
Insanity, it seems. It's got me by my to squeeze.
Maybe if you stop squeezing it, it'd stop bleeding all
Yeah,
the
a
time.
little bit, right? Danny California, we all know this song, right?
Getting in the state of Mississippi. Papa was a copper and mama was a hippie. In Alabama, she was a hammer. Price you gotta pay when you break the panorama.
The first time I heard that song, I did not know that the lyrics were born. I thought it was the bleeped out.
You thought it was the other one?
I thought it was the bleeped out version.
Which, that is illegal in Mississippi, I'm pretty sure.
One of my favorite Chili Pepper songs of all time is Higher Ground, mainly because they used it in that Power Rangers movie where they're all like parachuting at the beginning.
That's right. Oh, my God. Unlocked a memory.
And, of course, the censored version is even better, I think.
They shouldn't do that. That's all inappropriate. All of it is inappropriate.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been in the Power Rangers movie if that was the lyric.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I don't know if you've seen, New Zealand now has a new slogan. According to a new ad from the country, they are the best place in the world to have herpes.
Sorry, to have herpes?
Yeah.
Or to get herpes?
They've released this whole ad campaign. They've got some former rugby player. Listen to this.
We've made it to the top of the world rankings. And now we sit at our rightful place on the throne, being better than the rest of the world. Claim this title with pride. Brag about it when you meet an Australian. Rub it into people's faces. Put it on the flag. We stared the herpes stigma in the eye and told it, I'm from a nation that's better than that. Congratulations, New Zealand. I'm so proud of you.
So apparently, in New Zealand, 1 in 3 people, active adults rather, have herpes down there, which is a crazy stat. And to kind of beat the stigma and get more people to talk about it, they've started this new whole ad campaign and dubbed themselves the best place in the world to have herpes.
Fair. I get where they're coming from. It is a thing that like a lot of people can have for whatever reason. I don't know if I like the phrase rub their face in it.
Sure.
I don't think you should be rubbing anyone's face in that. That's probably not a great idea.
It's got to be consensual.
It's a bold marketing campaign.
I just don't know if, like, when you land at the airport in New Zealand, is there going to be signs there that's, like, best place to have herpes?
Never mind signs. What does the mascot look like?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Just a big foam bump waiting for you as you come off the plane.
But I was thinking, like, Canada's slogan is what, from sea to sea or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I think we got to change things up here in Canada. I mean, what could we do? I mean, I swear we're like the gonorrhea capital of the world. From sea to sea, it might burn when you pee.
I don't think that we should jump on board. Hey, great for New Zealand for doing what they're doing in a health awareness campaign. I don't think every country needs to suddenly get behind their most populous STI. You know what I'm saying? I think we could probably just be like, all right, let's pick something else.
762-555. What do you think Canada's slogan should be? You know, some politicians have tried to do the Canada first or the elbows up kind of thing.
Yeah. The pro-Canada, trying to get patriotism rallied up. I don't know if those necessarily work for everyone, though.
Yeah. I mean, elbows up, we could change it to something else. We are like one of the big Viagra markets in the world right now.
Just be very careful with the next words that you choose.
Third legs up.
Sticks up. I was talking about hockey.
Sticks up. Yeah, there you
It's
go.
a hockey thing.
Keep your stick on the ice. That's a whole nother meaning.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, we were looking for a new slogan for Canada after finding out New Zealand's new slogan here. We've got Brother Jay on the phone. What do you think, man?
I think it should be keep smiling. There's no tax on it yet.
Yet.
Keep it edged, you know? Just keep it real dark.
Yeah. That's not too bad, eh?
No.
Oh, man, that's a gonorrhea thing. That was pretty good, I got to admit.
Don't encourage him. No, we're not making a gonorrhea slogan.
Canada's the big drip. Right on, guys. Keep smiling, boys.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. We did get another call from Colin who said this.
Well, I was thinking it's got to be something along the lines of our passive aggressiveness or our politeness. So, Canada, we're not passive aggressive. We're just polite. I think we'll be an okay one.
I think that would work too.
Not bad. I mean, it speaks to who we are the same way the New Zealand one speaks to them being all having herpes.
A lot of people going with like the sorry angle. Someone texted in Canada, sorry you're not us. Someone else just said sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, no, that would be good. And it's nice and compact. It's not a very wordy one. I also think like you can use your slogan to appeal to people. Like if we're trying to get people to maybe move to Canada or to see the beauty in Canada, we could crush it with introverts, people who don't like people.
Oh, with how much space we have?
So much space with no people. Canada. That's the slogan right there.
Yeah.
Or you want to spice things up a little bit, make Canada seem like a real cool place. You go, Canada, poutines in the streets, smoked meat in the sheets.
I like that.
Right?
I like that.
I think that gets people to think we're pretty cool.
I mean, if you want to talk about smoke, you just be like, Canada, it's pretty chill here.
Always in a green font for no particular reason.
It's legal here.
Just honestly, it's legal here could be enough.
Or you know how the United States always uses like the God bless America thing?
Yeah.
I mean, with Canada, we're so diverse in like religion and culture here.
It's tough to narrow in on one.
You'd be like, Canada, every God loves us.
It might be a slight tad blasphemous, but I like it.
This is the Brock and Delby Podcast.
All right, we've got $100 in Lotto 649 tickets for tonight's jackpot on the line here.
The gold ball is just $10 million because last week somebody won it. I believe it was someone from North Bay, allegedly.
Ooh.
So just maybe ask some questions if you know people that play the lottery in North Bay. Just saying.
Okay, so today for School's Out, I was thinking, growing up, Bill Nye the Science Guy was a huge part of my childhood.
Absolutely.
So I want people to try and do... And then you got to rip some bills after, all right? Okay, you got to do that weird little voice changey thing, and then Bill.
Right, start normal, go deep, and then Bill to finish it off.
All right, we've got 3 bills on the line here. If you're not one of them, that does mean you are a judge, so judge accordingly. 762-555. We'll start on line 1 here. Hey, good morning. What's your name?
Good morning, it's Bob.
Bob, all right, this is what we need you to do. Can you do that for us?
Sure can.
All right, let's hear it.
Bill, the science guy, Bill.
You sound like you're lost and you're trying to explain to the police who left you here.
It's like a scene in a movie when the drugs start kicking in. Yeah.
Good job, Bob.
All right, stay on hold, Bob.
To be clear, government name is Bill Nye the Science Guy, not just Bill the Science Guy.
Let's go to line 2 here. Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Corbin.
Corbin, all right. You know what we need from you?
Yep.
Do not forget the bills at the end. Can you do that for us, Corbin?
Sounds good. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill.
I'm just picturing Corbin with his fist up in the air.
Dude, when they played that song in school, the kids would go crazy.
It's a banger.
Oh, yeah. All right, good job, Corbin. Stay on hold here. Go to line 3. Caller number 3, what's your name?
Nick.
Nick, what do you think of the competition so far?
I think I got it.
All right, okay. Well, you know what we need. Whenever you're ready, my friend, take it away.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill.
You know what? Nick stood at home plate and pointed to the outfield wall and called his shot, and I feel like he did it.
I think that deserves the ding and the round of applause.
Nick.
Congratulations, my dude. You get yourself $100 in Lotto 649 tickets, all right?
All right, sweet. Thank you.
If you happen to win the jackpot, you got some nickels and dimes for the boys?
Absolutely.
Nick.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Would you rather? Wednesday. Would you rather Wednesday?
All right, let's get weird. 762-555. First one in here says, would you rather someone smoke cigarettes or smoke the devil's lettuce while you're eating? Smoke while you're eating is gross in general, but I think you got to go with the jazz cabbage.
Yeah, I think that's just there's no upside whatsoever to someone smoking a cigarette while you're eating. Like, even when I was at my absolute most degenerate level of smoking, I was so happy when they said you couldn't smoke indoors anymore.
I hated going to go visit in Newfoundland because my grandparents would smoke at the table and then ash on their plate after.
Oh, that's
like my grandpa would do the
level.
classic thing like ash in his mashed potatoes, and you're like, ugh.
And like, listen, if somebody's smoking grass and they're blowing smoke at you, they're still a dick. But it's not as bad.
But if also you don't like the food, it might make you more hungry.
That's true. Yeah, it might alter things just enough.
Someone said, would you rather your body be a host to a botfly larva or a tapeworm?
God, tapeworms keep you kind of thin, don't they?
I was going to say, as two guys who've been talking about looking to lose some weight, could get a couple tapeworms going.
You know, here I am ready for my 41st consecutive big gut summer, and I'm thinking maybe a tapeworm would help.
Plus, when the missus is away, it's nice to know you still got some company.
You're never alone if you have a tapeworm.
Dinner for two. Someone said, would you rather be stuck in an elevator or a porta potty?
Oh, elevator. 100% elevator. Porta potty? Absolutely
There's
not.
something about being in the elevator, though, that like the freak out of it dropping.
You know what? So I remember watching the first Mission Impossible movie, and there's a scene, spoilers, where someone gets killed with an elevator, and it caused me to have a fear of that sort of thing until I was old enough to have the internet, and I researched the safety protocols in your average elevator are incredible. Put me in an elevator, I'll be fine.
Oh, what's another one here? Would you rather a trampoline or a mini putt in your yard? Asking for my kids.
I mean, nobody's ever hurt themselves on a mini putt. You know, like trampoline, someone's gonna break a body part.
Yeah, but it's mini putt. Like, are you talking about like setting up a course, or what does that mean?
I imagine just having like a little putting surface, maybe a couple little holes in your backyard.
Yeah.
Which again, most mini golf is artificial grass.
Actually, the mini putt is a great idea then, because then you get your kids into golf, which means then you can go golfing with your kids, and then you make it seem like you're the greatest dad in the world, and you're spending quality time with your kids when you're really just being selfish and going golfing.
Now, are you trying to do this so that you have more reasons to go golfing, or are you hoping for a Tiger Woods situation where you can raise the next great one?
That too. Someone said, would you rather your farts make any sound that you want or nothing at all? I mean, I think nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. If you could choose, like, every fart has, like, whatever sound you're thinking of, that would make for some comedy gold. But if it's just one sound forever, I would rather it be
You got to
silence.
think about the awkwardness of the times when you don't want to let one toot and then that sound is coming out. I think the nothing, you ride under the radar, no one's ever going to say anything.
That's just
No one's ever going to point the blame at you.
That's right. Hey, listen, have you ever heard me fart even one time in your life and you're going to blame me now? Get out of here.
I'll wrap up with this one. Someone said, would you rather be stuck on a desert island with someone with a very annoying voice or someone who couldn't speak at all?
I mean, somebody who couldn't speak at all, I get where, like, they wouldn't annoy you, but also now there's, like, a communication barrier.
Yeah.
I'm not a sign language guy. That said, my criteria for being stuck on a desert island has nothing to do with the sound of someone's voice. It's how much meat do they have on those bones?
True.
At some point, I can't eat your voice,
Which is a good thing to have for the person who can't talk. Plus, I mean, also, if that person who can't talk is there and there's more people there, they're not going to say squat when you get back home.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Today's word is mollify. Yep, mollify. 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 And it's to soothe or appease, to soften, to reduce in intensity or severity. Well, that's nice. That's a good thing to do if someone needs it. Or
yeah.
I like to do it to my pillow. I soften that. Anyway, that just about does it. Have a great one. Cheers.
So to mollify is to, like, soothe or soften something.
Yeah.
It's usually talked about when someone's, like, angry. You mollify them to calm them down. I like to do it to my pillow. He likes to soften his pillow. He's technically not wrong, although it is absolutely not the context you would generally use the term mollify.
So it's like if someone's angry, you're like trying to chill them out kind of thing?
If you're at the bar and you've got a buddy, maybe someone spilled a drink on him or scuffed his shoe and he looks like he's about to throw hands, you would mollify. Hey, man, let's just calm down. Let me go buy you another drink. Let's just relax to try and diffuse the situation.
Oh, like when we go golfing and you shank one into the woods and I have to try and mollify you to finish the round?
You've never once mollified me on the golf course. If I get to the point where I shank one into the woods and I start cussing and throwing, you're there to egg me on. You're the anti-mollifier.
Well, you need both of those in your life sometimes.
My heart doctor would probably say that's not true.
Sounds like a you problem. Mollify. Use it wherever you can, all right?
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.